where are you calling?
Hmm?
Who are you calling?
Oh,
Hi, hi, hi. How you guys doing? Hello. Good morning. Good evening. Good afternoon. Depending where you're watching me from. How you guys doing? Oh, it's another day. It is another day. I hope you guys are doing good. Gonna make something right
who's here?
Hi. Hi, Blossom. How are you doing? Hi, how you guys doing? It is another day. How are you guys all doing? What are you cooking? Well, I am not, I'm making just an quick oatmeal here. Hi, hi. How y'all doing? Thank you all so much for showing up. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. Hi, baby. Black, how are you doing? Nice hairstyle. Thank you so much. Thank you. It is another day. It's morning here, Alaska time, 9:30 a.m. and we're just starting our day here. You look cute. Oh, thank you, Black. Thank you so much. If you're joining in for the first time, please give me a thumbs up. Give me a like here. Thank you so much. And, subscribe, check out my channel. I do cleaning, we chat, we eat. So, yeah, my channel is basically, kind of fun. Yeah, check my channel out. Thank you all so much for showing up. Yeah, where are you from? Yeah, I'm from West Africa, Ghana. Yeah. I did it myself. Um, yeah, thank you so much. I'm from West Africa, Ghana, but I've lived here in the United States for the past 12 years now. So yeah. Thank you for the like. Thank you so much for the like. Yeah, basically, here is my home now. I love it. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah. Wow. Wow. Was only in South Africa. Oh, really? Cool. Thank you for the like. Thank you for the like. Thank you so much. One love. Yeah, I have not been to South Africa yet, but I'm hoping that I'll be in South Africa, to visit because I have a friend who is in South Africa, who would love me to visit there. She is wonderful. So I love to visit South Africa. I would love to get to travel around the world and see the world before, I turn 40, hopefully. Do you Do you do hair? Yeah, I want to. Yeah, I want to. In fact, yeah, I do hair, my daughter's hair live and stuff. I do go live and do my daughter's hair. Yeah, I do hair. Yeah, I'm a hairdresser. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah. But I'm actually looking forward to do amazing things, and share uh, travel a lot. South Africa is very nice place with good people. Yeah, yeah, that's, like I've heard a lot about South Africa and I want to experience that too. Back when I was in Ghana, yeah, when I was in Ghana, I had this, you know, South African friend who told me about how South Africa is and stuff. And yeah, I would love to visit there. I would love to, I've been in Anchorage, Alaska for a long time, and I haven't been anywhere apart from Alaska. So I would love to visit across, United States. Okay, all right, that's fine. All right, I will come on and and demonstrate with my daughter's hair.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in Pennsylvania. Oh, okay. My uncle and I have uncles and how do you call it? And his kids, he has kids there are all grown. They lived in Pennsylvania too. So I want to visit Pennsylvania as well. Yeah, I'd love to visit Pennsylvania. Yeah. I would love to visit Pennsylvania and yeah, I want to tour around. I want to explore. Yeah, I want to explore. Your cousin? Yeah, yeah, my cousins. Yeah, my cousins. Yeah. I want to explore. I want to yeah, yeah. And the fact that like this is the thing about United States when you are when you are a single mom and you're paying all the bills, you are doing so much, and you don't get to have the time to even think of, especially when your children are not grown yet, all of them are not grown yet. You spend most of your time taking care of the home and taking care of your children, and also, not taking break from work, because you got to make the money so that you can pay. You are very beautiful. Oh,
Okay.
thank you so much. So you have the money to pay the bills, so you don't get no time to even go to the bathroom. Yeah, it's very, very, very hard. Stressful, very stressful. I've seen some people that are lamenting, in fact, ranting, like they are very stressed. I've seen mom that are stressed out. I've seen mom that are stressed out here in United States, and not just United States, but across the world. I just saw one of my friend, my old time friend. She's here in Anchorage, Alaska, and she's very frustrated. She just posted it on Facebook. She's very frustrated about how things are going in her life and how she's just a mom and she's not getting any rest and blah 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 and stuff. And in my heart, when I saw that post, I felt it because I know how it feels not to even take a break and breathe. you know just trust God will send you somebody. Yeah, it is very hard. I know how it feels not to take a break and breathe as a mom or as a single person. It's not easy because you do everything basically. You do everything. You take care of everything. The day that you decided not to go to work is the day that you feel like something is missing because you gotta make that extra money and take care of something or take care. And here you are, you have some extended family that are also relying on you because you are the only support system that they do have to help you. I feel you to go. Yeah, everything is depending on you. Exactly. Everything depend on you. Yeah, and I know that God comes through, but sometimes, when we are on that waiting list and it can be very, very hard. And I had to learn and surrender yesterday completely. That was this month because I was like feeling this emptiness. I was feeling this emptiness and feeling like, oh my goodness, is this how life is gonna offer? Is this all life gonna offer me, or there is something more that is ahead, or I just gotta wait for that appointed time? It is very hard, trust me. Some may think that, oh, maybe you are in the United States, so you got everything. Yes, by the grace of God, I have some blessings and I count them one by one, but it's not easy. And trust me, after my separation from my ex-husband, you know, hi, hi, it's never gonna end. Yeah, hi, hi, 24. So after my separation from my ex-husband, yeah, things were absolutely bizarre for me. It was bizarre. I thought there was no light for me at the end of the tunnel. But looking back, I can see clearly that, I have so much and more now. So yeah, but again, sometimes that sadness and loneliness. Of course, I'm blessed with children that are so beautiful, that loved me, that are always there for me, that tells me that they love me. But Derek, how are you doing? I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I am doing well. Yeah, and then, like I said, it's not easy. And I know that not just me, there's so many people around the world that are going through worse than what I'm going through. Okay, so I share this today just to relieve my heart from whatever that I feel, because you, this is hurting me deep because we need help too. Helping everyone is exhausting. Yes, it is. This is so now what I do is that even when, I try not to give out too much because you can't give what you don't have. I don't know if I'm making sense here. You can't give what you don't have. Okay, you can't give what you don't have. You gotta give what you have. Okay, you don't become you just gotta make sure you have the resource, make sure you have it abundantly before you can give. Okay, even when you have a little and you share, that's fine, but don't give all out. When you give all out, you'll be left stranded. I've done that. I've been there. I have been there and I know what I'm talking
Who's
about.
there?
I've done that. It's not easy. It's not easy. Trust me. Sometimes you gotta help some people, and sometimes you just gotta walk away from some people, especially when they need the help because you don't have it to help and you can't go in debt because of them. I don't know if I'm making sense. So usually before I used to like even I'll go through my savings, my kids savings account. Um I will go through debt, like max down my credit card just to help people, you know. And that wasn't smart for me. That wasn't smart for me. So I have learned to step back and make sure that whenever I want to help somebody, there are some people who will go to an extent to use their rent to help, their rent to help, their mortgage to help. So at the end of the month, they don't have the rent or the mortgage or the money to pay their bills. And that is wrong. You can't do that to yourself. You gotta be smart. Okay? You gotta be smart. Of course, I do. I do have people back home that depend on me, but I have learned, like I've been here for the past 12 years now, and I have done nothing but help. And I realized that, what, I gotta take a break. So now I use wisdom. It's called common sense. I don't exhaust myself anymore. I do give whenever I feel like I am in a position to help this person or that person. When I come across even social media, there are so many stories that you come across, yeah, on social media, and it moves you, it touches your heart, and you want to step in and help, because it's crazy. You want to step in and help, but you don't, you know, you can't help it. You can't help everyone. Okay, you can't. I used to do that. Like social media, I've helped few people on there. I'm not gonna say a lot. I've helped few people there, but and when I come across the story and I feel like, oh my God, this story is very touchy, I will inbox or comment or like, contact me. And then backdoor, I will end up helping the person. I used to do that a lot. I used to do that. And I'm hoping to do that even more again, but I don't want to exhaust myself as well. I have kids. My daughter, my older one just turned 19, and she's out of the, like, I don't have to do much for her like the little one now. So what I'm doing is that I'm more, taking care of the little one. She's also something else because I gotta buy her things. I gotta go grocery shopping all the time because she eats a lot and she's growing. Okay, so groceries too is very expensive in Alaska. So yeah, that's hard to do. And on top of that, you have to take care of your household. Yes, yes, I have a mortgage. It's not like my mortgage is being paid off. I have a mortgage. I have bills. I have crazy stuff that I gotta pay off. So yeah, and sometimes, these people back home, some of them don't really understand, or they don't know what it entails. Those of us that are living in diaspora, you know, they don't understand. So all they want to do is take. Most of them will take from you until you come to realize that no, it's not gonna work anymore, and then you stay firm to your word. Okay, when you stay firm to your word and stuff, some of them will not even come back to ask you, oh, how are you doing? Even though you've told them, oh, things are not going well for you and stuff. There are times you'll never hear from them. The only time you hear from them is when they need something from you. Yeah, that is true. That is so true. Yeah. Some of them, you're just like an ATM for them. There are some people in life, you're just like an ATM for them. That's why before I will go on the other app like TikTok and stuff, and be striking, because I was considered as one of the gifter on there. Yeah. But no more. I don't do that. I go on TikTok to have fun here and there. But I realize that some people are just wants to use wants to use me. But once in a while, when I see somebody that I'm attached to, give, I give. I don't want anyone seeing me as a gifter, because, and one funny thing about TikTok is that when the moment you show up with a gift badge, because there is something called gift badge. So the more you give, the more your gift badge goes up. So when you enter a room, yeah, because they think we are in this country of, but they don't realize we have a lot of bills and children and our stuff. Yep, that's true. Yep, that is absolutely true. You are so right. They don't realize that. They don't know what it entails. They don't know. They have absolutely no idea what it entails. Hi, 24, Timo. Yeah. Yeah, they don't know what it entails, so they just do what they feel like is okay for them, because that's how they feel. And some of them, when they need they need they need the money, they just want it now. And some of them even look good. They look awesome. They look, their hair is done, basically. Some of them, their hair is being, it's done, because it's cheaper to have their hair done over there. So they're always looking good. And some of us that lives in diaspora, crazy though. Yeah, for me, I can't, I work like crazy. I got two jobs. I work, I do video creating and stuff too. I don't have time. I don't have time, and my account here is not being monetized, you know, too. So I gotta work on it. Yes, they just take, and our hair don't even be done. That is absolutely true. That is absolutely true. So we some of us that are living here, that we gotta use common sense. Yeah, we gotta apply wisdom, because if we don't, that's when, yeah, we gotta get, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, right now I'm trying to work on my channel. I'm trying to get to a place where I know that my channel is being monetized, and also, because now I have the view, I have people, amazing people that are supporting my channel and stuff. I just gotta make sure, I really like talking with you. Oh, thank you. And I do really love the fact that you're engaging with me as well. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. You see? Yeah, so I'm trying my best to make sure. That's why, like, YouTube recommend that I come on live. I gotta come on live at least once or twice a day, and get my, how do you call it, my watch hours up, because if you come on live, if you're a YouTuber and you come on live, and anyone that popped in your, how do you call it, your live counts, towards your watch hour. So whatever that you're talking about, whether cooking or whatever it is, all counts towards your watch hours. And then, it builds up, and that's basically what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to make sure I get my watch hours up, and that's why I am on live here. But I want to create videos that, longer videos as well, because when you create longer videos, create a longer videos as a YouTuber as well, it it gives you more watch hours. Short is not, short it's okay, it gets the people attention and stuff, but longer video also is part of the goal to get your watch hours up and going live, if you want to be monetized and engaging with your subscribers. And basically, that's what I'm doing. So I'm praying and hoping that I'll have more strength to do this, because it's not easy. Working at the same time, being a YouTuber, doing so much around, and it's not it's not easy. Yeah, it's not easy. It is not. So yeah. This morning I was hoping that I was gonna sleep very good, but I end up sleeping around 5 a.m. this morning. I think, yeah, around, basically. So I slept for just a little bit. Woke up. I woke up, and I was like, oh my goodness, I wish I could sleep more. I wish, I could stay home and just sleep. But okay, sis, you just gotta put the one video that everyone sees and go viral, then just keep the subscriber into it. Okay, okay. Yeah, like, is it like a longer video? Is it like a longer video that I gotta do? Like a longer video or short one? Yeah, I'm trying. I want something that I want to create something that will at least, help me get my watch hours. So I think this is good. This is good. This is good. Yeah, yeah. And like what you said, it is very good. Yeah. Yeah, I'm making some oatmeal for the morning here. And then I'm gonna go inside and work out. I'm trying to, yesterday I did limit my food. I don't want to be eating like crazy anymore because I cook a lot. I cook a lot, but I also eat a lot. So I'm trying my best not to eat like crazy because the more I eat, the more that I gain weight. I used to be so skinny, and I need to go back to being skinny. Yeah, I feel like I need to go back being skinnier, you know. Um, so I'm working on getting back in shape. I'm working on getting back no sugar. I will eat some sugar, but not like crazy, because I used to eat a lot. In fact, no, I used to like most of the time whenever I cook, like we'll just sit there and eat. My kids and I will sit there and eat. It's crazy. Yeah, we eat most of our food. Sometimes, I give out some of the food to my friends because my friends love my food. I wish I had my body from my 20s too, girl. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my goodness. You know, looking back at my pictures, I used to think I never had it all. I used to think I never had it all. And then, and then now I go like, oh my God, how did I go from then to now where I am? Because I have transformed a lot, and I realize why, you know, I was a catch then. Oop. I realized how I was a catch then. But now you see, yeah, yeah, you see, so there's been a whole lot of transformation. There's been a huge transformation. But giving birth, when the moment you start having children, yeah, when you start having children, your body, some of us don't have that good gene. Yeah, some of us don't have good genes. So your body transform from another stage, from where it was, to, your body. There are some people who has a very beautiful gene. Like they don't have to go for surgery. Some people don't have to do nothing to their body. All they gotta do is like exercise. Some people gotta like all they do is exercise a little bit. Some don't even do any kind of exercise and they still have good and beautiful body after children, you know but there are some who don't even have one single child, and their body is not where they feel like it's supposed to be. It all comes from, where you're coming from. I feel like it. So no matter how much more exercise you put into your body, whatever you're gonna do and stuff, it's still gonna be where it is. Even when you stop exercise, it's gonna go back to where it was, because it's just it's just how your body is being built. I used to be able to eat whatever I wanted and however much and not gain a pound. Yeah, I was like that too. I was like that too. Like when I was in my 20, yeah, when I was in my 20, I would eat anything and I would not gain nothing. I used to take pills and all kinds of things to make sure I gain weight, but I wasn't. I used to, like, oh Lord. Some will say, oh, sleep a lot. Some will say, do this. Some will say, do that. And that this, like, I used to take some kind of medication that used to help me. After I take that medication, eat and then sleep a lot. And then I realized that my I was becoming, you know like, my face was becoming fuller and stuff, you see. And that was in my 20s. I was so skinnier then. I was very skinnier then. But I am so hoping that, you know, yeah, yeah. But I honestly, whenever I work out, whenever I put a lot of effort in, I don't even, like, just give me like 2 months. You see, just give me 2 months. Yeah, just give me like 2 months. My body will just, like, snatch like that. I would just snatch like that. Like, I lose weight very fast. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a type that lose weight very, very fast. Like, now it's just stays. Yeah. Oh, okay. Hi, sweetheart. How are you doing? How's your day going? I am doing well. Yeah, I am doing. How about you? Gaming, how are you doing? Uh, Everyone is doing the Olympic. Olympic. Okay, Olympic. Yeah, yeah. Like, yeah. Now, that's how they consider themselves. Of course, I do remember you from yesterday. Yeah, that's a lot of people take that because they feel like that's the easiest to lose it. They feel like that's the best way. They feel like that's the best way to lose it. But for me, I don't know. I feel like I'm afraid. Yeah. For me, I feel honestly that you do it in a natural way. You do it in a natural way. That's the more safer way to lose it. When you want to lose weight, you do it in the natural way. You don't go, no, you don't do it because that's, I feel like there's some more side effects to it because, yeah. Gaming, how are you doing? It yesterday, yeah, you were here, and today you are here too. So, and I saw your comment too on one, I think, couple of my videos. Thank you for being here.
Here's some more.
Um, Cutting the sugar is the best. Yes, yes, I love sugar. I love sugar. That's, hi, do you remember me? Of course I do. Thank you for coming back. Um, yeah, cutting sugar is the best way to go. Yeah, cutting sugar is the best way to go. And I feel like, you know, it's it's not easy to cut off sugar completely. I wish I could tell you it's easier to cut off sugar completely. Barry, how you doing? Oh goodness, you guys are amazing. Thank you for coming back today too. Yeah, it's not easy to cut off sugar completely. You see, there are some people that go like, "Oh, you gotta cut off sugar, you gotta do this," but there are some people who are kind of like addicted to sugar. Like they're addicted to ice cream. They're addicted to, like me. I love my sugar. Oh, Gammy, thank you. I love your smile. Thank you so much. I love my sugar. I love sweet. So anything that gotta do with sweet, I'm in for it. Okay? So you just don't be too hard on yourself. I feel like like for instance, yesterday I had an oatmeal yesterday, and I put a little bit of sugar in it. Okay. I put a little bit of sugar, and the milk was a little bit too, because I want it tasting good. I don't want it tasting like, you know, especially around that time of the month is my hardest time. Yeah. Yeah. I have some few friends. Yeah, I have some few friends who are, you know, who would tell me, Anita, like I love chocolate, and whenever every month, yeah, every around the month, like they will pile up chocolates to eat, like they'll consume it because that's their craving, you know. Thank you for the like. Thank you for the like. Yeah, they will consume it. Yeah, that's me. Hi, Barry. Yeah. Yeah, and I know that it's not easy, but we just gotta work towards it. We just gotta put some effort. We gotta just put some effort, and yeah, because if you don't put effort in it, you're not gonna be where you wanna be. You're just gonna be stuck. You know, like I want my arm. Like now, I'm showing my arm now. I'm showing my arm now, and I want my arm to be more skinnier. Subscribe, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe, guys, and share the live. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, you know, I want my arm to be more skinnier, like I want that, because now I'm wearing this, yeah, I'm wearing this, but I feel like it's too, you know, my arm needs to be more skinnier. I need to lose some, I need to lose some, you know, belly fat. I need to lose some, so I need to do a few exercise daily. I need to be consistent. I need to be consistent from all the food that I've been cooking. Yeah. And my food tastes really good. My food is top, like my food is very addictive. Yeah, my food is very, very addictive. Like my food is, you look great though. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Yeah. I sometimes I don't feel that way. I don't feel that I look that, I don't know. It's just me. I don't feel that way. Yeah, my daughters keep telling me I don't look like I'm getting older. My girls, yeah, they keep telling me I don't look like I'm getting older. I'm still from the same. I was like, that is not true. I've not changed. Anytime, come to Alaska. Come and visit. Please come to Alaska. Alaska is fun though. We have easy access to everything here. Yeah, Alaska is really, really fun. Alaska is really, really, really fun. Yeah, come to Alaska. Come and visit. Come and visit Alaska. Yeah. Find a time. Come to Alaska. You know? And whoever wants to come to Alaska, I'm ready to, you know, um, I'm ready to be there for that person. Yeah, if you come to Alaska, I'm ready to be there for you. No, it's not. It's very beautiful outside. It is very, very beautiful outside. Let me switch around the camera so you can see outside. You see outside? This is how outside looks like. This is how outside looks like. See how beautiful it looks right now? Yeah, this is Alaska, Anchorage, Alaska. It is beautiful now. This is how outside looks like. Yeah. Looks like my neighborhood. Oh, okay. Yeah, it is very beautiful. Like I have a uncle who is in Pennsylvania. It's 95-degree here. Oh, okay. Wow. That is very, very hot. That is so hot. My goodness. That is very, very hot. That is so hot. Yeah, so do you guys use air conditions? No, I already gave you some. It's too hot. Wow. Okay. 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 Wow. Yeah. Yeah, like Alaska, it gets a little bit chilly during the night, but during the during the day it's super hot, but we don't have, when it's extreme, you just gotta make sure you have, because not a lot of people have air conditions here and stuff. So you just gotta make sure you have your windows open, fans, and some do have like portables, air conditions and stuff that they use here in Alaska. So yeah, you just gotta make sure you have you know fans and stuff to use, because and there is a lot of new people in town that are just visiting. Yeah, there is a lot of new people in town that are just visiting from all over the world. They're just visiting Alaska and they're loving it. I've met some few people that it's their maybe second or third time that they're being here in Alaska, and they're just loving the atmosphere and everything. Yeah. So yes, I'm working from home today. Oh, okay. Okay. Nice. That is so nice. That is so nice. I wanna do some few things so I can, first of all, I wanna invest in Airbnb, especially when Alaska is a place where people visit a lot. They wanna come and see, they wanna come and spend time and stuff. So Airbnb, especially when you live in town, it is a good investment. Airbnb, you can never go wrong when it comes to Airbnb in Anchorage, especially the city where I am. So I really, really want to invest and start staying home more. What about the animals? Oh, which one? Is it bears or moose or which one? You see them all the time, even during the summer. You see moose every time. Like when you're driving, they will be crossing the road. You just gotta make sure you don't speed. Speeding it's not good. You gotta make sure you take your time, because you are more likely to hit them, and it's gonna damage your car. It's like a lot of things is gonna you don't want to hit them. Yeah, but you see moose, baby moose and mama moose all the time. You see them all the time. And you see bears too. The other day, I think it was like last year, yeah. I went to the how do you call it? I think the Muldoon area, that is the north side, yeah. And there was this black bear with the baby crossing the road. I was so surprised. And it was the highway, so we had to stop. Oh, really? You're scared of wildlife? Well, that's why some people, when they're going shooting, they carry their, whatever they need. You can't, there, there, there are places you go, you carry like pepper spray, they call it. Yeah, you carry it, make sure you're good to go, and then you're fine. Carry the spray with you. You're gonna be okay. Yeah, you carry the right stuff with you and you're gonna be okay. But you make sure when you see them, you don't, there are some people who wants to take pictures, who wants to, you don't do that. You just stay away. You don't come to Alaska and try to get close to wildlife and stuff, because these animals are considered as, like they can be very harmful, so you don't go close to them. You don't even pull your you don't pull out your phone to take pictures, because if you do that, that's when something is gonna happen. Yeah. Yep. But Alaska is really fun. Alaska is fun. Alaska is not. I have not been to other states yet. Like I said, I have not been to other states yet. But Alaska is more mellow. Like, because I hear a lot of stories from, you know, people that visit Alaska, and like when you go to New York, yeah, New York City, New York. According to what I was told, I have not been there yet, but New York is very, very, is very, very crazy. Like, you are literally in traffic all the time, you know. And Alaska is different. They have good school. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Like, Alaska has beautiful schools, safe school. Of course, it depends where you live too. When you live in a very good area with high cost, of course your children are going to go to the best school in town. So it all depends. They have good schools, and they have schools that are in a place where you don't want your children to go to. Yeah, but when you live in a high cost area, like where I live, it's very expensive. But when you have children, this area is the best place to stay. And that's when you pay more, because the environment that I live, it's very expensive. The south side of Anchorage is very expensive. So New York is dirty. Yeah, 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 yeah. Some people live in United States, some part of United States, yeah. Some part of United States, and some, because of the money. I know the money, it's hard to come by. But when you have children, yeah, you gotta consider where you want to live. Yeah, you want to live in a good, safe environment. Okay, you don't want to live in a ghetto area. When you live in a ghetto area, you will not even be safe. You'll be scared for your life. New York has the rats. Oh my goodness, New York has the rats. Oh my goodness, that is funny. You see, they do have that too here. Trust me. I trust me. That was the in the year 2019. Yeah, my separation from my ex. I lived in this apartment with my children. Then my children were very little then. My children were very little then. And I rented this place. This place looks very neat, very beautiful and stuff. So we lived there for couple of months, and then we start noticing, like my kids were the one that actually noticed something was going on in that apartment. Trust me. Thank you for joining in for the first time. You're so welcome. my kids my kids were the one that noticed what was going on. I did not know what was going on then because I was busy running my daycare because I had a daycare then. I had a daycare then. So I was running my daycare. By the time all the children are gone, I get so tired and then I just want to sleep and stuff. So my children were the one that noticed there was mice in the house. There were mice going back and forth in the apartment. You are so right. Yeah. So there were mice going back and forth in the apartment. So I had to contact the landlord. I did contact the landlord. I did contact the landlord. The landlord, this landlord, he's very old, Randy. He came over, tried to, he brought the stuff, mice tripe and all the stuff that we needed to get rid of the mice in the apartment. Yeah. So this is what happened when he brought the stuff. Yeah, we tried to trap the mice in the apartment, and the more we were trapping them, the more was coming out. And our apartment then was huge. Where we were living was huge. So they were coming in from the other apartment. So the more, like during this, I think, yeah, during the winter, they will come in and live in the room. We had a 2-bedroom apartment then. So, and we had a walk-in closet, right? We had a walk-in closet. So in fact, they will in that walk-in closet, they were even piling there. They were enjoying themselves in there the more. So the more we were trying to track them down, the more that they were. I think they had babies. Oh my God. They had babies. They had babies. So they were they were more in that apartment. After a while, I was like, so that was the reason why I went back to my ex-husband. Then, I couldn't take it. It was part of it because my kids were scared for their life. They were scared. They were like they couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep because I'm a type that gets scared of mice and stuff. I hate them. I don't like them. you know so yeah, it was scary. Thank you for the like. Thank you. Yeah. So I honestly, I don't like mice. So where there's mice, rats and all that, I don't want to be there. I don't even want to eat there. Mice and snakes and all that. Nah, nah, nah. Those are not for me though. I don't want to even dream of them. Yeah. And yeah, thank God. I live in a place where I've never even come across not even one. Not even one. So it all depends where you choose to live. Yeah. You gotta make sure you choose the right place to stay. You choose the right place to live, especially when you have kids. Make sure, like everything is very expensive now. Things are so ridiculously expensive. Rent here is crazy. Mortgage here is crazy. But it's best to even rent. It's best to have a mortgage than to rent here because rent is more expensive than mortgage. Ask me why. Because people are using this landlords and stuff. They are using how do you call it? This is their money season. Okay, money season. So they are using, because not everyone that can afford to buy, right? Not everyone has the good credit or down payment. So they are actually charging extra for rent. That is crazy. These landlords are charging extra for rent because they know that people are desperate looking for a place to rent. I don't know if I'm making sense. Yeah. So they are actually charging extra double to rent, and stuff. And some of them don't even work there. Like, they don't work. They just use it to pay their. Some have like duplex, some have like, and that's how they make their money. That's how they make their money. Kareem, you're welcome. Yeah, that's how they make the money. So it is crazy that you will go somewhere, find a place like this place right now. They're charging from over $2,000 to 3,000, 4,000, $5,000 just to rent a place. Just to rent a place. I was thinking of renting and using that place for Airbnb, but because some of this landlord knows that I'm going to make money from there, they don't want that. They'll rather rent it out to an individual that don't have to use that as a business machine, right? Business center. So, and a lot of people are struggling. Some of these people, some of us, we gotta work like crazy. We gotta work like a dog. We work like a dog, basically, not like we work like a dog. Some have two jobs, some have three jobs, some have like double jobs just to keep up with their rent. And that is absolutely crazy. You use that one job to pay your rent, and you use that one job, the other job, to pay your what? To pay your bills, like light bill, water bill, your car. You got life insurance to pay. You got what? You got life insurance to pay. You got health insurance to pay. You got your car. No, you gotta pay your, if you have a car loan, you gotta pay your car loan. There's so much more into living here in the state. I feel like those that are living in the other country, like Mexico and stuff, they are living their life the best, especially when you have the money. They are living their best life. For us, we are just surviving. I've said this before. Some of us, we are just surviving in this country because you're paying for life insurance, you're paying for health insurance, you're paying for what? Car insurance, you're paying for home insurance, you like, and then your kids insurance, you're paying for what? Grocery, you're paying for all your bills, internet bill, you're paying for this. By the time that you're done with all those bills, all your monthly income is gone. So that's why some people some people work like three jobs. Okay, some people work three jobs just to keep up, especially if you're one person. You have three jobs just to keep up with what you got going on. Three jobs just to pay your bills. This is a country we are living in, and that's nothing but the truth. We are living in a country where you gotta have three jobs, because two jobs is not gonna pay your bills. So you gotta have three jobs. Unless if you have a good paying job to pay your bills. If you are a medical doctor or you are a nurse, even nurses are actually looking into something that can bring them another income, because they don't even have enough because they are staying in these expensive places. It's not easy. And then if you are a PCA, that's a caregiver, caregiving also, let me put it this way, caregiving is considered as an assistant nurse. Caregivers are not being paid the way they should. Okay? But caregivers do the worst of the worst job. But these are the caregivers that work like crazy. There are some caregivers, I know few caregivers that have like three jobs, four jobs. They don't sleep in their home. These caregivers don't sleep in their home. They're actually working like a dog just to survive, because they are survivors. They are survivors. Some don't even have the best of medical care, medical insurance. They don't have it. But you give in your best to take care of your clients. You give in your best just to take care of those clients that you do have. But you don't, the agencies that you work for don't give you what what you need. These agencies makes the most money. These agencies that some of caregivers work for, they makes the big money, and the caregivers makes the little money, the least money, and that is awful. That is very awful. I don't know why I'm talking about all these, but this is awful. Like, it is very sad that we're living in a place where everything is expensive, but you're working and not making enough to pay your bills, and you gotta have like two or three jobs to cover all your bills. That is absolutely crazy. That is why most people are on the internet looking for another ways to make money, creating content. Some do create content just for fun and stuff, and others are hustlers. It is sad. It is so sad. It is so sad, absolutely sad. For me, I feel like when there is a shift or there is a turnaround, yeah, if there is a shift or there is a turnaround, things will be better. Things will be better. Like if you put in the hard work, if you put in the hard work when, you know, and the system change, I feel like the people will be more will be more at peace. But when the system doesn't change, things does not change. The people are gonna be like the less people or the average people are always gonna complain. Even the rich are complaining, so how much more the average or the poor? I'm just saying. It is sad. It is very, very sad.
Can I get some water?
Yeah. Hold on. Hold on. Anyway, I gotta go. I was gonna work out a little bit, but I think I'm just gonna. Oops! Oh my goodness, it came out. I'm just gonna work out a little bit. Yeah, I'm just gonna work out a little bit, and then yeah, I'm just gonna work out a little bit. I don't know. I'm getting to a point where I don't know if there is anything that we gotta talk about, but I thank you all so much for showing in. I'm gonna try my best to come back again. I'm just gonna do some workout, but I think I may end up coming back on live to do the workout. Yeah, I'm just gonna come back again and do the workout. Almost. Yeah. I did enjoy your great conversation. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Well, I'll see you guys soon. I'll see you guys soon again. Thank you all so much for joining in. See you guys soon. Bye.